so much cancer that if you don't do anything, the game's up. Multiple lesions throughout your entire spine. Okay, so thoracic, lumbar, sacral, sternum, that's your breastbone, both scapula, which is shoulder bones, both arms, both legs, both pelvis, okay? And you have multiple fractures of the spine. It's cool. You have more bones with cancer than bones without cancer. If you don't kill the cancer will kill her first. Okay? So it's not like you got a lot of time.
He recommends that with your kidneys how they have been, that he said it's much safer bet to hold off on the procedures tomorrow. He doesn't agree with what they're saying is, he agrees you have some lesions through your body that are viral,
Right.
but they're not the cancer. He is saying that it's not like what they're saying. They're not as bad as they're saying it is.
What if that hurts me?
I think more so it's going to hurt you not knowing exactly what's going on. That's going to hurt you more, in my opinion.
Why do you believe that just those tests are going to just tell you the truth? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, where is your trust?
He is correct and he knows what he's talking about, and I just trust him with my life.
He already sees everything. I just don't get what the point of it is. Maybe it's just like a security thing on his end. Like, he's got to tell people to do these regular things. You know, they're just going to see what he sees, and then what? They're going to want to do another test and put me on IVs in the hospital. It's like, all that shit's going to make me go downhill fast.
I've been all for Santa Vive. I'm the one who called Santa Vive. I'm filling out the application. I'm giving all your medical records. I told mom and dad about
So
it.
you're not for it anymore?
No, I'm still for it, but I'm for the test right now. So we can, like Dad said, we can give those to Sanoviv. We know what's going on.
But what if that hurts me?
I think more so it's going to hurt you not knowing exactly what's going on. That's going to hurt you more, in my opinion.
Why do you believe that just those tests are going to just tell you the truth? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, where is your trust in every little thing? Like, how do you just trust all that?
Because
that's going to be...
Because I've seen how long you've been suffering.
Another thing, it's going to show, oh yeah, I have a lesion in my brain, and they're going to treat it like cancer, and they're going to want to radiate it. I trust the that it's more like an MS symptom. MS isn't even MS. MS is Epstein-Barr, just like cancer is. I also need to treat myself properly.
For instance,
it's all viral. He's trying to work with the situation, just like says, you know, if you have to do it, you're going to do it. It's not like the end of the world kind of thing. Because people know what traditionally people do, so they have to work with you where you're at.
There's so much cancer that if you don't do anything, the game's up. Multiple lesions throughout your entire spine. Okay, so thoracic, lumbar, sacral, sternum, that's your breastbone, both scapulae, shoulder bones, both arms, both legs, both pelvis. Okay, and you have multiple fractures of the spine. It's cool. You have more bones with cancer than bones without cancer. So we got a CEA, which is usually a blood test that's not that elevated in breast cancer. Okay, was 1,200. Normal is 3.
What's 1,200? CEA?
Yeah.
What's that?
So that's a cancer marker. So that's really, really high. Okay. It's really high. I rarely see values over 1,000. Okay. And the other thing is you have something called an LDH. LDH is a measure of cell turnover. The LDH is also markedly high, 950. Normal is less than 200. If you don't kill the cancer will kill her first. Okay? So it's not like you got a lot of time. You know, it's like you're in the woods and you got a big shotgun, but you only have 2 bullets. And there's a big brown bear coming at you, full steam. All right? And you got only 2 shots. So you got to take the shot quickly before the bear gets too close, because once the bear's on top of you, it's all over. And your bear is 5 feet away. Like I said, you're getting the hormones, okay?
What are the hormones? What is that?
I didn't start.
So you didn't take it last night?
No,
You refused it?
I didn't start it.
Okay. So they offered it to you, but you didn't take it. Is that what it is? Is that what you're telling me? Because I ordered it for you. The nurse would have brought it to you. It's, Okay, so you didn't want the announcement.
Well,
Okay.
I didn't start anything. I didn't want to just
You didn't
jump
want
into anything.
Okay. That's really something that you really got nothing to lose. And it takes time to work, so that's why I was suggesting at least you get it started. So if it
What do you take it once a day?
once a day. Cancer is an exponential phase of growth. Okay, if you don't do something about it, it's just going to take over your body. It already has.
So if Dr. could see her sooner, than the 29th, which sounds like time is of the essence to see somebody. Would you be able to, just like you send her records to this doctor, can you send the records to that doctor for us?
I cannot.
Why not?
Okay, you ask the hospital to do that.
Oh,
the hospital's here. So none of these are my records, okay?
So who sent those? The hospital did that? So we can ask the hospital just to send the records to this doctor and they'll do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can ask the
Okay.
The hospital.
Who is this doctor? Who is he?
It's another oncologist.
Okay. All right. So, I mean, is he a standard oncologist, or is he an oncologist who does holistic medicine?
You'd have to search him. I don't have all his details, but yeah.
How come you don't know?
Why did
should
you
know.
find him?
Because somebody my sister trusts recommended him. So I'm speaking for her right now, not for me.
Okay.
I'm just trying to help my sister with her wishes.
Right.
I know he would be open to talking to you then to make my sister feel better, but would you be open to talking to him, or no? You would say no. I don't want to do it.
No, because
Okay.
that would be absolutely unfair for me to ask him something when he hasn't seen the patient.
As far as getting the test, I just wanted to ask questions that I know my sister still has, and the doctor is another oncologist that we have been talking to that my sister really trusts because he was recommended by somebody else. And
Does she want to go back and be treated by?
No. She
Because that would be best if that's the situation. If that's who she trusts, she believes a lot in holistic medicine, and maybe. But I did make it very plain to her when I was there that I don't treat holistically. I'm not a holistic doctor. Right. I treat scientifically. I treat only based on scientifically based treatment. And I'm fine with whatever. If she wants to do alternative medicines and take herbs and things like that, that's fine, as long as she doesn't say that, well, I'm going to do that and not do the things that I recommend.
Just on the necessity of the brain MRI with contrast, because she was concerned about her kidneys. Will the MRI?
Her kidneys are fine. They've been fine for the last 2 days. In fact, they've been fine to last for 3 days. Okay. When she came in, she was just dehydrated.
Could you prescribe that so she could take it tonight?
Okay. That's. Frankly, I don't think it's necessary. Okay.
One final word. So if my sister, just so she feels like, hey, we asked everyone, asked all the questions so she could feel super confident that this is the best next step, and taking the NAC to help with any kidney potential issues, it would take her tomorrow. I don't think she could talk to somebody tonight. Waiting until tomorrow evening or even Tuesday morning to do these tests, is that something you would be willing to accept?
Okay. All right. I really don't recommend it, but if that's what she wants, it's her body. She has that choice.
He gave me a couple things we wanted to pass on, and I'm gonna try him again tomorrow, and he's hoping that he can call you tomorrow.
Okay.
He's still very up to date on everything, and he's sending you all his love and prayers and everything online and everything else. He recommends that with your kidneys how they have been, that he said it's much safer bet to hold off on the procedures tomorrow, for now at least, just because it could risk dialysis. So I'm just looking through all his notes. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's the main thing.
Did he seem to agree with everything thus far about, there being cancer in my breast, about there being lesions in my brain, and and wherever else. I don't. My back, maybe liver, bone.
He doesn't agree with what they're saying. He agrees you have some lesions through your body that are viral, but they're not the cancer.
Okay.
They're not cancer. The breast is a cancer, but it's just your breast.
Okay.
Just your breast, and it's there's a lot we can do. So So he also said if anything they should be telling you that only that you have breast cancer and something like an MS diagnosis, not because you actually have MS, but just because it's viral.
Right.
And again, you know how it works, Steph. Those labels aren't correct.
Right.
So that's what probably should have told you from their knowledge of your symptoms, not the other things they've told you.
Right. Okay.
So it's not like he is saying that it's not like what they're saying. There's a lot of things that have gone wrong with that. So it's not as bad as they're saying it is.
Okay.
If I go to like Saint Aviv, are they gonna know that, or are they gonna think it's all cancer?
I don't know. It depends so much on the people, but either way, they will be, if we can get you to a place like that where they're more open-minded and they're not just like trying to cover their backs and they have more experience, either way, whether they know that or not, they're still going to be able to treat you in a more balanced way.
And what they're seeing in my brain, like you said, the lesions and stuff, that's more like what we would refer to as MS.
Yeah, but it is a viral condition that's unrelated to your breasts. So he said you're very viral. Generally speaking, in the medical system, if they see a lesion, they assume it's cancer.
The procedures the tests they wanted me to do tomorrow, he thinks I should do, but just not till a little bit later.
I don't think so, but for now he just said to postpone. Just because of the way that you are, like I think he said, if you're in a really different place and your kidneys are great and you're in essentially really strong and functional, then you could get them for the purposes of the doctor's needs and be okay, and it wouldn't be an issue, really. But because you've gone through, it'd be best just to postpone for now, and we may not have to get them done at all. I think he was saying it'd be best to get you to a different place for care, like a center, like we just talked about, and then see what they recommend, because they'll be more experienced. We've got a journey ahead, but I truly believe that you're going to come out of this, and you'll be so much stronger than ever.
Steph, you're gonna get better. But just it's not easy. I mean, it's hard,
We have this word cancer, but it's really not that. It's just a viral condition that is an aggressive form of Epstein-Barr, for example. And I can say that's for sure in reference to breast cancer, because I've heard the very specific statistics he gives on that. His accuracy rate is off the charts. He's never actually been wrong, and it's just such an amazing gift. And so it's just to be able to have that information. You don't want to mess with it too much. You want to take it serious, because we don't have time to waste. We have such a short life here and time here, and we want to enjoy our time here and not have to go through any kind of suffering. So I'm just so obviously, I'm super passionate about the information and just so grateful to have it to share with people. Because trust me, I've been skeptical of different things, plenty of things in my life, and you just want to protect yourself. That's what it comes down to. You just want to be protected, and you're afraid to let your guard down and show that you were too vulnerable and that you were taken advantage of. That's something, especially with men, that's hard for them to deal with. I think as a human, that's a hard thing.
you.